No, it's very. Yun? Iya ko yun sa itingan. Gusto mo?
Say. 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 Good afternoon.
Yeah, I get up. Go down, collect the thing for me. Put on super, no? Oh, this is from Abida, right?
Yeah, Rohan Boy.
Yes, yes. All right. I think she called me with the phone and I answer she just now. All right, thanks, right? Okay. Mm. The pints? Yes, yes, I just want to pick the pints and then the one in the fridge. coffee. Fine. My tripod is usually I'm going to get you for us. No.
Back to my channel, guys. It's actually Shayla TV. And right now we have that one. Short there from the lady who I am, but I'm part of it. It will be coming soon. Talk of talk. But I know that it's
So at least a little bit I showed the Savon's waste management truck picking up our garbage. After 2 weeks, I'm still grateful because I guess some people are going to tell you in the areas that they have the garbage have not been removed for weeks. So I'm still grateful and I'm very thankful that the guys were here this morning. And I was able to get their cooperation to remove some extra stuff that I was having on this puppet. So I listened to both PNC and both AFC's press conference today. And for me, the best part of those press conferences, and that included PPP too, for me is the questions and answer segment. I look forward to that. And Gordon Mosley, I must say, was on form. Gordon Mosley, he was on form today at the PNC's press conference. I can't remember the last time I heard Gordon Mosley asking questions at the PNC press conference. He might have, and I might have missed it. So later on, I'm probably going to be playing an excerpt of Gordon asking the leader, Aubrey Compton Norton, questions like his likability, whether he's willing to step aside for a presidential consensus candidate. So I'm going to play that excerpt that I took out from the main video. That PNC's video lasted about 58 minutes. The AFC, I think probably just around an hour, I'm not certain. But later, temperatures in NYC. So I'm glad I'm here for at least for a while. But I know eventually I have to go back there and face the cold, as people would say, not face the heat in that case. Face the cold. I know many people be asking me about cash grants. I didn't come to Guyana to collect cash grants. Before I land here, I think I understand there was a registration 2 weeks before I came here. There was one for the new year at Guyana, a registration process, but we were too busy doing some construction, concrete construction work here. And people here in Guyana needed Georgetown to collect. So I think next cash grant distribution, direct deposits are going to be involved. That's what the vice president said. I don't know. That's what should have been happening in the first place for the pensioners, as far as I'm concerned. When they collect their money, give them their cash grant at the same time. But then the government is saying that they wanted to avoid different forms of corruption in the system, that kind of stuff. But for me, this cash grant should be for Guyanese living in Guyana, first preference. Not some of you from outside at 500. President saying that, people texted him from the diaspora saying that they want to come for Christmas. They don't actually want the money, but if they collected the money, they would have given the money to families who need the money, that kind of stuff. But I've spoken to some of my neighbors, and some of them are saying their families are ready. They went to register and have already gone back to NYC. So I'm wondering if they come back in the next 2 years, if they'll be able to collect that money. Because as day follows night, there's going to be another cash grant distribution, especially before elections. So I see that coming. So what happened to those of you Guyanese who came here to register? were you able to come back home and collect? By the time they may probably have several cash grants getting out. So what are you going to be presenting your first registration for the first cash grant distributions? That's crazy. So my thing, Guyanese force should be given priority. Government should look out for the Guyanese. Don't include overseas based Guyanese. Like I said, if overseas based Guyanese have to be there and you stay there for 2 3 months, fine. You have your ID, fine. And you're here for 2 3 months, fine. That's my personal view, and they should be giving them the $200,000 per adult, or over the ages of 18 years. That's just my personal opinion. So with the sun dropping behind me, I can feel a big difference. The heat is slowly um, dissipating. Feel a bit of coolness. It's funny, I voted for the coalition 2011, 2015. The President Granger, he's the man for greenhouse gases, that kind of stuff. Decided to ban recondition. Now I'm looking at this Tacoma moving out of there. No, that's F-150. Granger was banning reconditioned tires and that kind of stuff, and putting a year on the importations of cars, trying to disallow all cars being entered into Guyana. When I went over to NYC, especially in Brooklyn, I saw these places selling these reconditioned tires. I was wondering what the hell. My country is banning third world. My country is banning reconditioned tires, and this first world country is selling reconditioned tires. So I was a bit shocked. I thought in NYC there was no sale of reconditioned tires. So that's the way some politicians, I guess, see things. You're a third world country. You want to scrap the sale of all reconditioned tires. Of course, a lot of your base will be hurt by that, because now they have to scramble to buy new tires. You get an opportunity to travel to a first world country like myself, and you see the first world country is selling reconditioned tires. Unbelievable. Really unbelievable. also noted a casualty in the New Denver Harbor Bridge. It seems a worker, an Asian worker or a Chinese worker, fell overboard into the waters. They're still looking for him. I guess most likely, I, I don't know what is the latest update, whether they found that body. I was watching Gordon Mosley's news last night, and they were still trying to find that body. Maybe later on in news tonight, we're gonna be getting some sort of update on the matter. So this is a Kaichon news today. President Trump's last plan to appeal $24 million awarded to Quinton Bacchus' family. Kaichon news again, more than 46,000 Palestinians have been killed. I guess this orange crowd is parked here is causing this build-up. Kaichon news again. More than 46,000 Palestinians have been killed in the Israeli-Hamas war, according to officials. Home Affairs Minister Robson Ben flagged citizens lack support to firefighting. Chinese man missing after falling off New Harbor Bridge. Trinidadian man charged for stealing rum, cigarettes and snacks. Ganja seized in police raid at Mahadio Arcade. Shadow Foreign Secretary calls for urgent meeting to address Venezuela's latest aggression. And those of you who have not been following Venezuela aggression, Maduro, the head of state for Venezuela, is saying that he is going to be appointing a governor in Essequibo, Guyana's Essequibo. Also in California's, VP Jaggio says ministers can own shares in companies but must avoid conflict of interest. I don't know how you're going to do that. How are you going to own, as a minister, shares in a company and still avoid conflict of interest? Private Sector Commission, Ms. Jaggio orders on upcoming elections. At Jaggio's press conference yesterday afternoon, IOC was getting a bit annoyed at those Kaicho News reporters. That's why this headline from Kaicho says, Jaggio says to ask Exim Bank for feasibility and environmental studies on gas to energy projects. Jaggio tell reporters because they were asking him, and he was telling them, well, you guys, I'm fed up of talking one thing over and over. You guys go to Exim Bank and get the information from them, because he said he keeps repeating one thing over and over. I see there's a letter here from Christopher Ram, chartered accountant, also lawyer. A letter he submitted to Kaicho News, government fearful of what investigation of lopsided oil contract would reveal. International news and the Kaicho News, ceasefire, captives deal in Gaza, very close. That's United States Secretary of State Anthony Blinken said on Wednesday. Also, Guyana protests as Venezuela plans to elect governor for Essequibo. So I think the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is notifying the international community about that. There's also the article, woman dies while relaxing in car with boyfriend. But I think I understand that she was having 22 years old. I think she was having some sort of heart problems. There's a teen who came from Georgia to Guyana for holiday, and unfortunately he drowned in Linden, and apparently this incident happened on Boxing Day. He's only 18 years old. Let me see his name. Demarius Willibus Payne. I wonder why it took so long for them to report this story. This incident happened since Boxing Day. There's a photograph of young Demarius, only 18 years old. He is from Atlanta, Georgia, and I traveled to Guyana with family members to mark his milestone birthday. Apparently they were enjoying a boat trip on the Damran River at Comaco Mines in Linden when disaster struck. They said Payne, along with other relatives, was in a small boat when it capsized and began to sink. Unfortunately, while he was swimming, he caught a cramp and panic. As a result of that, water entered his lungs. Other family members were able to pull Payne from the river in a semi-conscious state, but despite the efforts to rush him to Linden Hospital, he was pronounced dead on arrival. So this is today's Starbucks News. Front page, Trump spared jail at hush money sentencing days before 242 Amerindian communities benefit from 4.7 billion low carbon funds last year. Minister Agile, Infrastructure Minister, 7 overseas companies shortlisted for high-span Bobby's River Bridge. Regional news, Venezuela's Maduro sworn in for third term after contested elections. Of course, the state will not appeal the 24 million award to Quentin Bacchus' family. Shadow Foreign Affairs Minister Amanzo Walton, Guyana must stand united and decisive against Venezuela's aggression. The Labor Ministry probing bridge mishap, Chinese worker missing. I want to believe he's dead because they're still searching for him. GCOM shows of credible 2025 elections. So what I'm encountering here, I'm encountering a bit of slow internet service. This headline, decision pending on distribution of cash grant for remaining regions. As the Ministry of Finance acknowledges challenges, according to the finance official, progress has been made in several regions, with regions 1 and 2 already nearing completion. We're speaking about the cash grant. We're almost done with region 1 with no incident reported. We plan to use the same mechanism to complete the exercise in region 2 and beyond, according to the finance ministry official. So at least the Ministry of Finance, they're admitting there are challenges in this cash grant distribution. I think they're also saying they clashed with the Christmas season. That caused a bit of logistical challenges. So now that the Christmas season is out of the way, I guess they hope to see if they could do a better job at the cash grant distribution. Let me go and see what the Chronicle says. The Guyana Chronicle. So this is today's Guyana Chronicle headline. Guyana, United States Exim sign historical loan agreement for gas to energy project. Outlines the innovative agri-plan from Melanie. Apparently he was on a visit to Melanie. Non-Pearl Park residents committed supporting local NGC's effort. I wonder if when he was visiting Melanie, that's where James Bond made the statement about support President Ali for a second term, which earned the I just wanted to pause because that motorcycle noise, yes, which earned the IRE for the president. Apparently I expected that it owned the IRE of I said to my family that James Bond, I guess, was probably speaking in a capacity, not defending James Bond, he was probably speaking in a capacity as a businessman. I listened to Pastor Nigel Landon from London last night. I didn't know that the pastor has a construction in London. I think he said over 2 years. He got a road contract, and people are accusing him of drinking soup and crossing over. And the pastor came out swinging last night. Try to educate, especially PNC supporters, that the money for the roads is not PPP money. It's the people of Guyana's money that is being spent to do road construction. So I guess they're going to have a lot of debates about that, but I will want to believe he's right. It's not the PPP's money, it's the people of Guyana's money. Other money also is the people of Guyana's money. The Chronicle also has a letter from Joe Bagwandin. I guess that's the to and froing between Leonard Craig, who's now writing for the Chronicle as a columnist, and Craig would sometimes bash the FC. He would be in a Freddie Kissone's show, and sometimes he would bash the inner workings of AFC, and now the AFC has decided through Vince Adams to snap back at Craig, calling Craig a propagandist for the Ghana Chronicle. So I guess we're going to be seeing a lot of that as the elections approaches, maybe sometime November. Then I see now there's a Freddie Kissone, and his headline is "Absurdities in 2024 that almost injured me." Freddie claims that he's writing for the Guyana Chronicle. He's writing free. That's what Freddie said. So I don't know how true that is. Then there is a picture of the Chancellor of the Judiciary, Justice Unit Cummins Edwards, Chief Justice Roxanne George, and Attorney General Adam Landalal, where, according to the statement, the Attorney General blames the PNC for stalemate in confirmation of top judicial appointments. Oh, that's what the photograph is about. So both parties seem to be blaming each other for the non-confirmation of these two women who have been in acting positions for a very long time. There's a photograph of 4 residents of Dazzle Housing Scheme. And the headline is Dazzle Housing Scheme residents praise government for community transformation. The president photographs is here. This is almost close to the middle pages. Guyana Chronicle again. Guyana enhances capacity to combat forest fires with acquisition of helicopters. Enhanced training, that's for the Guyana Fire Service. Yes, I could remember seeing some photographs of some equipment being handed over to the Guyana Fire Service. Then there's a photograph of a General Secretary and VP. The headline, history shows PPPC government always embraces stability, transparency, free elections. Dr. Jagdo says points to opposition's tactics to create confusion, and they're already creating excuses for impending loss. So says Bart Jagdo. So let's move on and see what's more in the Chronicle. Bond shows support behind President Ali for a second term. I guess it's when the president was visiting Melanie. It's a photograph of the president wearing a red cap, blue shirt, speaking to James Bond. And there are other people in the photograph. Let me move on here and see what's next in the Chronicle. Oh, this is maybe an entertainment section of the Chronicle called The Buzz. Calvin Bonnet, from church choir to Soko Monarch. Guyanista meteoric rise continues. Yes, I remember when there was Calvin Bonnet. He was one of those consort in front of the State House. Oscar nominations, well, this I guess will be international news. Oscar nominations postponed because of LA fires, and you can just imagine from seeing those videos and those pictures of the fires in California, JJ Redick, the coach for the Los Angeles Lakers, the team LeBron James plays in, they postponed that they were supposed to be having a game, and it's postponed because the coach, apparently his house was one a casualty in the terms of the fires. And I saw some other sports person also who's got caught in it, and that's very unfortunate what's going on there with those fires. So that's why the Oscar nominations are being postponed. Moving on with the Guyana Chronicle. Well, we are already deep into vacancies and advertisements. And now the sports section, and just what I was saying, the Los Angeles Lakers, the basketball team, the game has been postponed against the Hornets. Yeah. So we're right into the sports business. Chandler Paws 11 dismissed for 230 and day 1. That's Guyana Happy Eagles 4-day trials. Windies Women's Series against Bangladesh, the litmus test for growth. So says the coach. Commissioner, that's the police commissioner, he can sponsor Georgetown versus the rest. That's a football tournament. Then Guyana to play Suriname, Grenada, a Nations Cup basketball tournament. The Guyana Basketball Federation shortlists 23 players for trials. Now to the bottom of this sports page. Jimmy Adams looking for early windy sharpness in opening tour. I understand the West Indies are supposed to be touring Pakistan. I think I heard the voice of Jimmy Adams when I was doing some work. When they landed in Pakistan, apparently he said they were given access to some of the best facilities. The West Indies haven't traveled to Pakistan in a very long time, I guess, because of various bomb threats and that kind of thing. And that brings me to the end of the Guyana Chronicle. What I looked at the Kaicho News, Starbuck News, Guyana Chronicle. Let me see what the Guyana Times says. I haven't looked at the Times for a very long time. Let me see what the Guyana Times has. The one for Guyana Times, very good friend of the VP Jagdio, the owner for the bought over the that textile mill site, the new GPC, and he bought over Tony Vera's VCT. I could remember I was in a country when people were asking Vera why he sold VCT television station to Jaguar's best friend. And Vera said, well, he was the only buyer at the right price at the time. I had no choice. Maybe the marketers was the States, but I don't know if maybe things didn't work out for him. So there's a photograph in Guyana Times. GCOM says it's ready to deliver fair, transparent and credible elections. And there's a photograph of some of the GCOM staffers. Of course, the unlawful killing of Quinton Bacchus. President Ali orders to pay family $24 million. Well, I guess some of these stories are just a repeat of what was in the other newspapers. Chinese national missing, probably dead, I figure. Traffic chief says no one under 16 can ride electric bike. So I guess there's some young folks who haven't even reached the age of 16. That's driver arrested after driving a vehicle into overhead arch. Surinamese national found dead in trench. Was threatened. Quarantine River Bridge, Guyana is ready. Awaits confirmation of Surinamese financing. So it looks as though this Quarantine River Bridge is going to be a collaboration between Guyana and Suriname. Mr. Dennis Chabot. Let me see what Dennis has on his Denrawi's website. Internet buffering, very slow. So I'm right now on to Denrawi's website. Assistant Police Commissioner Butas claims racial discrimination challenges governments. Oh, so this is what I was looking for. I was wondering if I was seeing this story, like they finally recovered the body of this Chinese national. Yes, Dennis Chabot. Yes, he got the story. And Dennis posted the story at 2 minutes after 2 this afternoon. Denrawi, year-old Mr. Fu Jianhui, who tragically fell forward on Friday, which is today. According to Denrawi, the public work community said the incident occurred during rigging operations at Pier 34 on January 8th. Wow. His body was recovered at 9:55, that's 5 minutes to 10 this morning, by the Coast Guard of the Guyana Defense Force. Government said that following the recovery of the body, it was handed over to the Guyana Police Force for initial investigation and subsequently transported to the Ezekiel Funeral Home in Port Joint West Bank Denmark. The Minister of Public Works, Juan Edgel, emphasized the government's commitment to worker safety and has admonished the contractor to ensure that all safety measures are immediately implemented to guarantee the well-being of all workers for the remainder of the project. Well, that's the thing that gets me vexed. The safety measures are only now going to be focused on when someone has lost their lives. Then they're going to be looking now to implement all safety measures. It took a life, it took a death for them to come to that reality. It is now 17:31.
Is that mango? Is mango? Green one? You call it green mango. How much?
Come, you say?
Sorry.
She did demand it too? All right. Huh? Yeah. Something good, yeah? Look. Wala. Look. Morning. Not with sour. That my probably wanted some nice snow cone with the milk toppings. So now the street is becoming congested now because some people. Di ko lang, may lang ang kalipoy mo, nagatin siya. Ayun, no? Huh? What? So you just making joke?
Billing, we already know them things. I tell you what, I like to clean up for me like every once a month, you know.
Oh, it's just just joking, like in there.
Yeah, he said, oh, billing from the East Coast. I said, you're going to move from here. So he said, no, you keep this kind of children walking right wrong. Billing from the East Coast. How you billing East Coast? Yeah, you walking over the end of the billing. If you're billing, you're not for the part you're billing.
Yeah, sure, that guy clean up this night, but I know who you young from.
Yes, he just did yes, even if he Adrian, after he's the money back there.
Yeah, I think I see him.
Yes, he does. Is he, I see, that I see him with a tall shirt? Yes, yes, and lucky. Look at my home. At last. Eventually, we might get someone to help you clean. You can see the same man. We see the man without shirt. They must have. You know, if you come in to clean the yard and, you know, and like people concern and things. So instead of you call them and say, well, look, give you so much money when you want, come and put the rest on the account, you know.
As Adrian just for Adrian to see Adrian and Kyle.
Yeah. Kind of look like just for the yard and, you know, and like clean up in front there, get in front there, tidy up. You know, get the wall a brush and you know them kind of thing around about.
Yeah, it's sunny.
Like the upkeep it, you know?
Yeah, the sun.
Yeah. I think you got to start people. Let me go come to it.
Here it seems as though we're easing up in the street. The heavy traffic is being eased. And the sun is setting beautifully. So we're going to have a little bit of that. CNN today front page to evacuate. I think you're also saying 10 people are dead and 100,000 are told to flee. So that's what's going on in LA. To the White House as a felon, but at least he wouldn't in LA. The actress Paris Hilton shares a video of her home reduced to ashes. Wow.
Yeah, she house burned down.
Yeah. And Olympic says Hall. And Olympic says Hall says he lost 10 Olympic medals in a Palisade 6 world champion fire, he told CNN. According to Hall, he thought he had more time. I saw the fire charging down the hill and knew that I had to get out of there. But when he came, that time he was wearing a 7. The coach of the LeBron James team, LA Lakers, family members had to be evacuated from their homes that got caught in flames. So that's a sad situation going on there. In other news, I see Macy's is closing 66 locations. I guess maybe the locations are not profitable. This is CNN News. I'll skip over now to Fox News to see what Fox has to say. I'm still waiting for Fox News to load. So the front page of Fox. Hear it, Trump delivers message right to Judge's face during sentencing. Well, New York criminal trial. He also addressed the sentence hearing. New York judge sends Trump off at a Godspeed amid sentencing. So there are other articles concerning this decision in terms of this case with Donald Trump, but I'm not going to get into it. To the LA fires, LA fire chief says city fire department memo shows fire chief warned LA mayor last month about budget cuts. Essential phone numbers to LA residents and how you can help them. Then there has the photograph of Mark Zuckerberg next to President Biden. Those the flames of sound. So I'm not going to be going too deep in Fox News. So that's Fox News, CNN News. Let's see if I can get back to the local news here in Guyana.